auf dem rechten Auge blind und das von Kindheitstagen an und das bei diesem präzisen und genauen Sport hier auf dem Dartboard. Also erstaunlich, was der Kerl leistet. Herzlich willkommen, Jabba Jamie Caven! Does anybody know how long to World War III? I wanna know what gonna put... Wenn er kommt, hat die Stunde geschlagen. 24 Jahre jung, kommt aus den Niederlanden, hat alleine im vergangenen Jahr 3 Pro-Tour-Siege einfahren können und stand in diesem Jahr bereits in einem Finale auf der European Tour. Die Rede ist von Big Ben, Benito van der Paas. Caller dieses dritten Matches, ihn kennt ihr auch aus vielen, vielen Fernsehübertragungen, ist the Puppy George Noble.
Well, 2 games in on day 2 of the Happy Bet German Darts Grand Prix. 2 seeded players through to the final day of action and 2 very impressive performances. Ian White, fantastic finishing from the diamond, only missing 1 dart at double in his 6-4 victory over Jermaine Wattermaina. And Joe Cullen, well, just all-round excellence from the Yorkshireman, who saw off Tony Martinez of Belgium 6-3. Benito van der Paas is the number 10 seed here in Mannheim this weekend, looking to continue that trend and looking to help the continuation of an alarming slide in form for Jamie Caven. He's world number 36 still, Jamie Caven, but he has not made the last 16 of a ranking tournament for 6 months. He has not gone any further than that for, well, since May last year. And in fact, that weekend where he actually made a Pro Tour final and the last 16 on the Sunday, ever since then, 1 last 16 appearance. So look, this could be a huge weekend for Jamie Caven in turning things around, because it's been a very, very tough time for Jabba.
First, game on.
Paul Nicholson alongside me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box for this one. It's Big Ben versus the Beast of the East Midlands, Jamie Caven.
I wonder what you were going to say there.
16.
I think the apt topic for this match is current form. And Jamie Caven is working so hard right now. If you follow him on social media, you can just tell that he's getting on that board every living second. He's just looking to break through. But let's not forget, you know, yes, Benito van der Paas has made a European final this year, but his form currently isn't sparkling.
Well, let's put this in context. Big Ben, 3 titles last year, featured a quarter of the Pro Tour finals, and that is astonishing consistency from Benito van der Paas, and it's what's helped propel him up to number 15 in the world. He was actually a little bit higher than that for a spell. And he was great in Saarbrücken. You know, you're on the wrong end of him, weren't you?
I absolutely was.
And he got better and better as the weekend went on, got to the final through 110 average. Now, you would have thought that'd be enough to win your first Euro Tour title. Not so, because Peter Wright denied him with an Ian White-esque display of finishing, only missing 1 dart at the double. The very first dart at double he had, didn't miss another one for the rest of the match, including a bull finish in the deciding leg to win it 6-5, defying that 110 average. And it may have just knocked Benito, because since then he's had 1 quarter-final on the European Tour. Everything else, not made the last 8 of anything. And for a guy who was so consistent last year, that is a slump. Now, was last year Benito playing above himself? Are we now seeing the real Benito van der Paas? Or is it just a young player who's had a knock to his confidence and the best is yet to come, or at least he's going to get back to what he was doing last year? Difficult to say. We won't know. We're going to have to watch it play out. But it's an opportunity for Benito van der Paas to get back into some form this weekend, as it is for Jamie Caven. So an important weekend for the pair of them. And similar checkouts in this opening leg. That is not what he wanted, but that makes up for it. And that seals the deal. 104 checkout for Benito van der Paas.
Slightly unconventional, but very effective. Now, before anybody thinks that I'm casting dispersions in the direction of Benito van der Paas, that's absolutely not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is that last year, he set his stall out, and it was a very large stall at that. This year, the table has shrunk, and we're trying to figure out if there's something wrong in the camp. Well, look at that from Jamie. Excellent stuff. A great riposte in this leg. He wants to battle today, you can tell. But Van der Pas last week in Maastricht used different darts. He used new darts.
These old ones.
He did not play well last week. He will admit that. What's he done this week? Old darts. Back to Old Faithful. And I think he's playing better already.
Well, very solid ton plus checkout in that opening leg, but Caven has responded excellently here. And it was a weird old game in the first round. Jamie Caven coming through against Germany's #1 Max Hopp. Won it 6-4. First 4 legs, he did 3 180s and no other score over 100. It was feast or famine from Jamie Caven. It got a little bit more consistent. Fantastic. Well, I tell you what, it's very similar to the first leg, isn't it? A poor first start, a perfect second and third one, and it's rescued the checkout.
Rescued indeed. That, make no mistake, was as cool whip.
100.
Because exactly the same as the first leg. A slip dart, an unexpected dart, but perfectly rescued by the next 2. Great play in both guys.
Well, if you've only been watching darts for the last 18 months or so, and you've seen a bit of Jamie Caven here and there, you have not seen the best of Jamie Caven, because this man, Benito van der Pas last year won 3 PDC titles. Jamie Caven has 7 to his name, and he's one of those few players who managed to win 2 in a weekend. On the floor, Jamie Caven has been an absolute monster at times in his PDC career. He's a former finalist on the Euro Tour, as is Benito. Benito's a 2-time Euro Tour finalist, in fact. And Jamie Caven has come very, very close to big runs to semi-finals or potentially beyond in big stage tournaments. He's fired in another 180 here to leave 88 after 9.
Every single comeback has to start somewhere.
57.
It could be here for Jamie Caven. The last 2 legs, he's been incredible. Got to go 18 for bull or treble. Bullseye. Oh, it's a peach. Jamie Caven with a little fist bump is just telling us that things might be on the turn. And I, for one, am loving seeing it.
Well, back-to-back 12 darters for the man from Derby. And Benito van der Pas, the number 10 seed, is on the end of a bit of an assault from Jabba.
Well, the signs were there in qualifying for Jamie Caven. You don't beat Chris Dobie to qualify for European tournaments by playing badly. That is for certain. And Germany's #1 yesterday, and we know that Jamie was readying himself to be heckled a little bit yesterday while he was in a very quiet atmosphere, and I think that worked to his advantage. But he still had to beat Max, and he did that well.
But here comes Big Ben with his first maximum, and they're both averaging 103 right now.
140.
When Caven is playing well, there is a very nice rhythm to his game. He's a very quick player. And, I mean, just with what Jamie Caven's overcome to become a top dart player, I mean, he's blind. He can't see the dart when he holds it in his hand. He's blind in one eye. It's all done on instinct and feel, and that's why when he's playing well, it just looks so easy, because he just gets up there and it's a mechanical action that it's just happening. He's not really thinking about it. He's just feeling his way as Benito van der Pas misses out on a 109 checkout, having taken out the 104. Would have been for a break back. The 119 is nobody's favourite, but treble 20 and tops will do it. It's on.
Ooh.
Oh, that was close. And that would have broken the heart of Van der Pas, because this leg, he really has rebounded well from the assault of Jamie Caven. It's turned into a real cracker, this. That's a great adjustment from Van der Pas. And now we've got a great game in our hands. I don't want to take my eyes off this.
Well, 2 guys who have struggled for form, but we both know what they're capable of. One of them's going to come away disappointed.
Just like Ryan Mikkel yesterday, who played out of his skin, and it still wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
We'll see more of the guy who defeated him, Darren Webster, later.
140.
He's playing Alan Norris, first game of the evening session, around about 7 o'clock British time.
Yeah, could start the evening session with a bang as Chuck takes on Papa Smurf. Winner of this one takes on the winner of that one.
34.
Well, we've got a little lull in the game right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in Jamie Caven's shirt.
It's,
Looks like my sister's
abstract.
driving.
97.
97 for Big Ben gets him to a checkout. Jamie Caven needing 2 trebles to get to one himself. There's one of them. And there's another.
31.
You've got to ask the question, haven't you? Because they're playing so well at the minute. What's been going wrong for these guys? They've turned up today and they're delivering something quite special. Bullseye 18s for Benito.
98.
He couldn't get the 170. Can Jamie to make this game even better? Probably thinking 1-3-4 now. 2 treble 19s will leave a double.
96. Benito, you require 72.
So it's Battle of the 170s turns into Battle of the 2 daughters, Dan.
And these are the kinds of checkouts that can turn games in your favour. Benito van der Pas gets 1 dart at double top.
32.
Jamie Caven will be hoping for 2 darts at double 16. Treble 14 is the first target. It's 20 for tops. Oh, that has missed by a mile.
What I like about that, though, is it's pure acceptance of the situation. He said, right, that was a bad dart, accept it, move on. Punished from Van der Pas. And that was unexpected because the game has been brilliant so far. But exciting games do have moments like that. And to Jamie Caven's credit, he's right back in there straight away.
Well, Paul, you're a man who's gone through peaks and troughs of form yourself. Jamie Caven has gone back-to-back 12 darters in leg 2 and leg 3 there. And he must have been thinking, it's back. I'm back on a big stage on the European Tour for the first time in ages. I've just done back-to-back 12 darters against a top 16 player in the world, and I'm bossing this game. But how quickly can that confidence and that good feeling just dissipate if you have follow that with a couple of legs where you've missed opportunities? I mean, that single dart in the 1, that in itself can be a demoralising dart, can't it?
It can be. And one of the greatest things about the Euro Tour as well is that you get on that stage, it's not like playing on the floor. You've got the advantage of the adrenaline going through your body, and that can make you do brilliant things. I remember my return to the Euro circuit this year. My first leg was a 13-dart leg, and I thought, this is easy. But then the adrenaline starts to dissipate a little bit, and it gets harder. And that's exactly what's happened in this game. We're 5 legs in now, and now you're within the realms of a floor-type game. You're at ease with the situation. It's harder to keep that going when there's less adrenaline pumping through your body.
And if your reserves of confidence are low, I mean, if everything is going perfectly for you, then that's fine. You know, you can go and blast somebody away 6-1 and average 107, brilliant. But it's when you get dragged into those battles and your confidence is low, that's when you can lose games that otherwise you might have won.
70.
Absolutely right.
Benito, you require 36.
It's all about the games that you've been involved in your memory, in recent memory. Can you get through the battles because you've won some battles lately? Have you been on the wrong side of battles? And right now, Jamie Caven is on the wrong side of a battle. If he's going to get back in this, he's got to break Benito and fast.
And you do wonder, Jamie Caven, with the reserves of confidence, I would imagine, at a very low ebb. There was a dart for the 114 checkout. There was a dart there at tops. Had he just had a little bit more success recently, he might have thrown with a bit more authority. He might have hit one, maybe even both of them, and this scoreline could be 3-all or 4-2 in his favour. But that's just kind of the way that things have been going for Jamie Caven for quite some time. He's averaging 99. He's not playing poorly. But the 2 legs he's won were 12 darters. That's 125 average. The rest of the stuff hasn't quite been of that standard. And those 2 darts.
100.
Small margins we're talking about. Big Ben making him pay right now.
Absolutely, and we have to pay homage and give credit to the Dutchman because he's the one who's been making it very difficult for Jamie Caven. He's only given him those 2 shots at doubles which he's missed,
24.
which is a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, well, as we said, coming into this, Big Ben has not been playing as he would have expected of himself following his stellar year last year. And so he won't have been feeling as great about his game as he would have done 12 months ago. So to come out, get hit with back-to-back 12 darters from Caven, and then find an extra gear to come back at him, it's very impressive from Big Ben, and this is more like it from the 24-year-old.
You know what it is as well, Dan? A lot of people ask me, is there a weakness in the game of people like Van Gogh and Van der Pas? Well, they're very similar in one respect. They're like one set of darts. Heaven forbid something happens to that set because they seem more comfortable with them than any other. Treble 18 for Van der Pas will leave double 12 for a 5-2 advantage. It's fantastic, and it's so clinical that it gives Jamie Caven very little chance of winning this game unless he can wrap off 4 in a row.
Well, Jamie Caven needs to find that stuff from legs 2 and 3, and he needs to find it right now. And you can say, and now, well, I think that's more about his flights which keep popping out than bemoaning his luck. He knows he's playing pretty solid stuff. He knows Benito's playing very, very good stuff as well, though.
58.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. His flights have just popped off the stem. Maybe the prongs in the stem are just not tight enough. They've been dislodged, maybe by being hit by a point or the end of a barrel.
100.
There's a few guys on the circuit, you know, who have little techniques of keeping them in. The rings.
Some glue them in, don't they?
I used to use nail glue. Because it was more pliable than super glue.
What, for when you're doing your fake nails? That sort of... Oh,
only on certain weekends.
But
most weekends I'm on the Euro Tour with you and Chris Murphy, so I don't tend to do my nails that much
fair
anymore.
enough. Fair enough. Well, Jabber, he's fired in 3 consecutive tons in this leg. It's solid, and he's got a great opportunity here just to try and stop this run of Benito van der Pas. 4 consecutive legs Big Ben has rattled off. 105, sensible use of the 25 there for Caven, gets him down to 96, which is a 2-dart finish. If it had just been a single 20 at the 101, he got to use all 3 darts. So it's sensible stuff from Jabber.
Nobody likes the 5-ton game anymore.
Yeah,
he's got 4 in this leg, but he can't have 5. Everybody leaves 96 or 71 when they've hit the 3 tons.
88.
There's another example there of not going for the single to leave tops. We talked about that yesterday, the focus of going for the treble to leave another double. Jamie obviously prefers double 4 to double top. Not on this occasion.
Oh, madhouse.
No score.
Well, better to miss inside than outside, but
14.
better than that not to miss at all, Jabber, because 114 is very gettable for Benito. Not going to happen, though. Caven. He was trying to meerkat at the back there, was he? Watching as soon as he knew that treble 18 hadn't found the mark. He was back looking at his darts, ready. Coming back to the board to stay alive. To stay alive, Jabber. Nod of the head, he knows it has to go. There's no other option. Benito on double 8 for the match.
6.
And the wait for a spot in the last 16 may go on for Jamie Caven.
16.
It has been 6 months since he's made the last 16 of a ranking event, and he may have to wait at least a little while longer, because Benito van der Pas has made it 6-2. He was 2-1 down and Caven was flying, but the Dutchman dug deep, battled back strongly and sets up a last 16 clash with either Darren Webster or the number 7 seed Alan Norris. It's been a while coming for that Big Ben. It's not been a great time for him since Saarbrücken on the European Tour. But an average of almost 98, 66% on the doubles. It suggests that Big Ben could be coming back to his best. Here is Benito. Rob Cross and Jan Decker next.
Scheidet also an dieser Stelle aus. Congratulations, Benito. Happy with the match?
Yeah, I was very nervous on the end because the last few months it's hard for me to win a game. But I was happy with my performance, but still it was a little bit nervous. But I'm happy, what I say. I'm practicing a lot this year and finally win.
Yeah, it's a strange year, isn't it? You didn't play very well in the beginning, then you had a very good results, and now it's back again.
Yeah, it's very hard this year. I'm trying all the darts and I'm back to my old darts now, and hopefully I can find my confidence back and yeah, finally a win.
Good chance to show that here in Mannheim. Thank you very much. Benito van der Pas. Er ist froh, dass er das Ding gewonnen hat. Er sagt, er war sehr nervös, hat gerade keine ganz so gute Phase, ist irgendwie ein durchwachsenes Jahr bei ihm. Es ging nicht besonders gut.